Hello, Delaware Food Pharmacy families. Thank you for joining us for another DASH Diet video. My name is Shannon and I'm a registered diet technician and chef. Break out your blenders. Today we will be discussing ways to make your smoothies more tasty with add-ins. So here I have a blender. Some of you guys might have one similar, some of them might be smaller or larger, but this is pretty standard. I wanted to show you it in pieces so you can know how to clean it because if you're using your blender a lot, it's going to get dirty. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts, and obviously they're all important. This is what's going to cut everything up. It's super sharp, and it goes on the bottom of your blender. There's this cushion, it's like rubber, so it provides like a vacuum seal, and you just put it right in there, okay? And then it comes right off to clean it. Then all of this goes in this part here, which is your base. And I'm hoping this will stay nice for me because it just fell out, but I think it'll work. We'll put it in here. There we go. And turn it. Okay? Then the whole thing goes on top of the part with the buttons, all this stuff here. And then this will be your lid. Okay? It's always important to use your lid with your blender because otherwise you make a hot mess. This part actually comes out so you can add things in as needed. If you need to add extra liquid or water to things, this is how you would do it. I think what people sometimes miss about blenders is that there's actually different stacking methods depending upon like what size it is. If you have a large blender like this, you're gonna wanna put your like chopped things, your fruits or your vegetables down first, and then leave your liquids and ice for the top. If you have a smaller one, you're gonna do it the opposite way. I know that sounds weird, but it's just how they move through faster. So if they're larger, you'll put all your solids on top and ice and liquids last. If they're smaller, you'll put your liquids and ice at the bottom and then your solids on top to make sure everything flows through evenly. Another thing about blenders is that it's important to have things chopped up to small pieces. Like in other words, you don't want to put like a whole avocado in it. Like you have to cut things down into reasonable sized pieces. And they're just great. Blenders can be used for a lot more than smoothies. You can make dips in them. You can make hummus in them, sauces, spreads, soups. I've used this for carrot soup a bunch of times. You can make gravies. You can make desserts, pretty much anything that's pureed, even baby food, applesauce you can use a blender for. So they're pretty versatile and they're pretty easy to store and clean as well. That's my big gripe about my food processor is that it's a pain to clean. But these are pretty easy to break down, throw right in the dishwasher. What I want to talk about though are specifically smoothies because it's summer. And I wanted to talk a little bit about add-ins. So things aside from fruits and vegetables and herbs and ice that you can add into your smoothie to make it spectacular. When most of us hear the word smoothie, we think about fruits. So frozen things, strawberries, mangoes. Sometimes you might get something green in there like spinach or something like that. But there's so many amazing things that you can add into your smoothie to enhance the flavor, to change the dimensions of it, and sometimes add increased nutrients. Here I have just a little bit of a selection of ideas. If you want something to be a bit sweeter, there's things like honey and agave. To provide satiety, in other words, you want to feel like you ate something, peanut butter is a great resource. It goes great with cocoa, it goes great with bananas. There's so many things you could add peanut butter. If you have allergies, we're looking at almond butter. There's a product called Wow Butter that's made from soy. So there's lots of alternatives to kind of give it extra protein as well as fats to make you feel like that you're sustained. Here I have a couple other ideas, just again to change up the flavor and make it a little different. I've got some cocoa with cinnamon and cayenne. Those are all things I would put inside of like a chocolate smoothie, maybe with some yogurt and some ice. There's mint if you wanted to do like mint chocolate, or if you wanted to do like mint watermelon. All of those things would be great. These are chia seeds. When I heard chia seeds, I immediately thought of the, the pets, but that's not what these are for. These actually have a lot of fiber in them as well, and they can blend right into your smoothie. It gives it a little texture, but it does add extra fiber. I've got some crystallized ginger, which would add a little bit of sweetness, but also that sort of like tartness that ginger provides, that sort of like citrusy tartness, and of course citrus, which is just lemons, limes, oranges. You can add vanilla, you can add turmeric, you can add basil. It's your playground. You can make it how you want to and just try it out. But smoothies are a great refresher for the summer, and they're also a really great way to add in fruits and vegetables and different ingredients to experiment with. Thank you for joining us today. I hope it was helpful. In our next video, we will create another summer recipe. Remember, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to your care team at Christiana.